So the very first part of our assembly that we're going to model together is the base plate. So let's jump into Fusion, and I recommend at this point hitting save at the top. And then under the location, let's hit the drop down. Let's come into our Fusion course project. Then I suggest creating a new folder there and calling that pulley project or creating assemblies. So in this case, I've already created the folder here, creating assemblies. I put all my various parts in there. So once you've created a new folder, name this appropriately. Let's call it Baseplate pulley assembly. Then hit save. And now let's begin to model this. This is the drawing of the part, third angle projection, with all our dimensions there. If you would like to model this part by yourself, by all means, please do so. And now will be a good opportunity to pause the video and have a go at modeling this. But aside from that, throughout the remainder of this lecture, I will be showing you how I would typically model this part. So let's begin to come up to create a new 2D sketch. Let's do this on the XY plane. That's the orientation we want this part to be in, considering the full assembly. Let's select that plane. Let's hit R on the keyboard, rectangle, start of the origin, drag that out. We'll do a width there, 100 as per the drawing. Press tab on the keyboard and we'll do a height there of 50. Press enter. Let's go ahead and add these whole features then. Hit C on the keyboard. Begin to draw a circle anywhere for the time being. Let's go to diameter at 8. Enter. Press D on the keyboard. Dimension between the circle, this line here, as 10 in the drawing. And circle to this top horizontal line there is also 10. And they're going to draw in some mirror lines. So I'm going to start at the midpoint of this line, but you can see the indicator just there. We'll make sure that's construction line first. And then draw that down to snap onto the midpoint of this line. Exactly the same process, starting midpoint on the vertical line to the midpoint of this vertical line. Go ahead and use the mirror tool. Highlight the geometry to mirror. The mirror line, select this center line here. Press OK. Select the mirror tool again. Drag select the first circle, second one as well. Mirror line, this one here. Press OK. That's looking good. Now we could add the radii on the corners there. So we've got this 8mm radii on each corner. But I'm going to be doing that using a 3D modeling fillet tool. Again, I much prefer to do this in 3D modeling as opposed to sketching. Let's go and finish sketch. Hit E on the keyboard, extrude. I'm going to select this profile here on the home view. I'm going to extrude that by a distance as per the drawing is 10mm. Just enter. Nice. Go ahead and add these fillets in. Select the fillet tool. I'm going to drag select around this edge here. This one, and this one. Back to the home view. And this is a constant radius fillet. Space, I no need to make any changes. Leave everything as default. With 8mm fillets there. Press enter. Okay, that's looking good. All right, so the last part we need to do is just to remove material. So we've got some material being removed here, here, and on the underside as well. So the best plane to sketch on is this plane here. So hit C on the keyboard. I'm going to select this face. And then we're going to model in some rectangles and remove that material. So if we hit R on the keyboard, we notice that we can't snap to this corner point here. That's because it's not actually in this plane. If we look, it's offset from the plane. That's absolutely fine. What we're going to do there is project. So let's come under the creation tools. Let's go now to project. Now choose project here or P on the keyboard. And we're just going to project this point here. Also this point here. There are 2 points selected. There are toolbox there. We're then going to click OK. Now they are projected onto the plane that we're modeling on. Go back to that face, front face. Hit R on the keyboard then. We'll start from our projected point. We're going to come across there by 13mm as per the drawing. Tap on the keyboard. We've got a depth there of 2mm. Press enter. One rectangle. Let's get the other one in there. So starting from the other projection point, 30, tap, 2, enter. And good. Then rectangle. I'm going to snap on here. Take that across. We've got 70 minus 30. That's 40. Depth there is also 2. Press enter. Now we need to position this. But to do this, I'm going to use the horizontal constraint. I'm going to hold shift on the keyboard, snap on to the center point of this line, hold shift on the keyboard, then snap on to the center point of this line here, which is here. Enter. Left click. Okay, that's all fully constrained with the red padlock there. That's looking good. finish the sketch. Let's go on solid, go on extrude. Under our profiles, let's select these two, and this one here. We want this to be a cutting operation. Let's go and cut, move that in the correct direction. And these cuts are through all. So in terms of the extent type, we're going to click on here, then we're going to select all. That's okay. Let's look at that from a front view. Yeah, that's looking nice. We can finish that off by applying an appearance. Put an A on the keyboard. We want this to be applied to the whole body, so we keep that selected. Right now we've got the steel satin finish. Let's change that then. Let's go for quite like the one of the metals. This is just an appearance. This is not the, when I was applying physical properties here. I quite like the aluminium anodized rough blue. So drag that up, replace the existing appearance. Close that, the whole view again. And there we have our completed part. So that is the base plate. And now we can move on to drawing the remainder of the components prior to building our assembly. So I'll see you in the next lecture.